there, it's Cindy from Green Bay coming with a Walmart haul today. I know I just had a Ruby's haul yesterday. If you checked it out, it was a good haul, but it was a small haul. And I really was low on pretty much everything grocery-wise and household supply-wise. So I ran to Walmart. As usual, you think you're going for just a few things. And what I have here is $221.95, so almost $222. I always try to keep it under $200 when I visit Walmart, but that just wasn't in the cards today, unfortunately. But I had a few unexpected expenses, so, well, let's get started, and I'll get started with one thing that was a little bit unexpected, and that was on Sunday. My cactus fell down, and it's a pretty good sized cactus, and the clay pot just shattered, so I need to do some hospital care for my cactus. So this was $10, and this was another $4 or $3.97, so 14-15 bucks right here just for a 10-inch clay pot. So that's something I wouldn't have normally bought. But then, in addition to the pot and the pan, because the whole thing just shattered, and I don't care for the plastic pots. I really do prefer to use the clay pots, because now the clay pot that's broken in the plant area, well, it's gonna be able to be thrown away and recycled responsibly. I could even crush it up and just throw it around in my own garden rather than the plastic. So anyways, I've got also the soil that I need in order to repot them. And I did splurge, and I got the cactus palm potting mix, since it is a succulent after all. So I'm just taking a peek at my receipt here. So this was about $8 right here just for this little bag of potting mix, and 8 quarts worth. So almost 25 bucks right there just to take care of my plant. Again, a totally unexpected expense and project that needs to be taken care of, but that happens. And then I have, of course, some sausages. I got the jalapeno cheddar and the original premium sausage, since Jay, my husband, does like these meats. I like to try and always include a meat item in his meals, and I have beef in the freezer already, and I have plenty of chicken from Ruby's, so the sausages are a nice way to supplement his lunches. And then I found this was on sale for $2. It's ranch flavored cheese curds, and it is 5 ounces worth. So it's very deceiving. It's not a very big bag now, is it? A 5-ounce bag. You'd think, oh, well, that's just something you'll sit down and eat in one sitting. Oh no, the nutrition facts. 5 servings in this little bag on 110 calories per serving. Can you imagine? 550 calories for just this little bag. But honestly, that's not the worst either when you think about it, because just one protein shake, this is about the same. But anyways, I got these ranch flavored cheese curds just to have on hand again for snack time. And then butter. We go through a lot of butter around here. Again, since we don't use the margarine, I use butter for everything. I should just buy the 2-pack, but grabbed one of those. And then a couple of vanilla flavored Yoplait yogurts. I got one original and one light, because I wanted to see if I really notice a taste difference in them. One is 80 calories, one is 140 calories. But again, I just wanted to see taste-wise, because these are so tasty with some strawberries chopped up in them with the granola. So looking forward to enjoying those. You can get the little parfait kits pre-made, but they're like $4, and it's the exact same thing. Again, from a convenience standpoint, speaking of convenience, it's great to just grab it and go, but I mean, if you can just slice up your own berries and make it yourself, you do save a lot. But I did get, speaking of convenience foods, one of the salads. These are about $5.50. The Southwest style salad with chicken. So that is one of the salads that he does really like. So I'll keep this on hand for when he needs a snack. Because every so often he'll crave something healthy, as he puts it. He'll be like, you got anything healthy around to eat? So it's nice to always have that salad on hand, because when he's in the mood for something healthy, why, yes, dear, I have a salad right here for you. It's expensive. I mean, you're paying for all of this packaging. I mean, when you think almost $6, this is just trashy iceberg lettuce and just a little bit of chicken, a little bit of cheese, and, you know, the dressing. But again, you pay for the convenience of it. And I do really like having that grab and go option. And hey, it's better than junk food. Speaking of junk food, I got him these edible chocolate chip cookie dough bites. He loves these for a snack. These are $2, I think, or $2.50. And I mean, an expensive packaged salad is better for him than these, but you gotta, you know, feed that sweet tooth too once in a while. So these are just a great thing to keep in the fridge, again, for, you know, pop a couple for a snack. Well, I think he eats the whole container in one sitting. And then I got some strawberries. This was kind of goofy. So I have two things here of strawberries, right? They're both the same size. They're each 12 ounces worth of strawberries. Only one of these is a $5.32 crate of strawberries, and this other one is $2.92. So $2.92 for these, which are slightly bigger and admittedly a little less sweet. But these little sweet ones that are $5.92, almost $6, but they're so much sweeter. These little tiny ones, I mean, they're even, know what it is, sweet and flavorful. They taste literally like strawberry, better than strawberry candy. These are better than strawberry candy because you get that that nice fresh taste of a fruit. You know, it's a whole food, but it's still so tasty. So I couldn't resist when I saw the little sweet ones and got the expensive ones. Oh, I wish you could smell these through the camera, because I can just smell them right through the crate, and it's, I can't wait. After I make this video, I think I'm going to dig into some of these guys right away. I could eat this whole thing in one sitting if I was left alone with these. And I very well might. So, but if you think about it, this costs about the same as this. So, either way, you know, making that push to eating healthier, eating fresher, eating cleaner, it has been quite the undertaking. And it's something how, you know, much we rely on just the ease and convenience of fast food and shelf-stable foods, and just how much our palates are accustomed to that as well. I mean, that eating healthier doesn't always necessarily taste as good either. Let's see, well, moving right along, speaking of junk and sweet tooth, I did pick up another container of these chocolate melting wafers. I did buy one a while back, and I still have a few left in that one. And I also have some green melting wafers. It is St. Patrick's Day on Sunday, so basically throughout the week it's St. Patrick's Day, and I really wanted to make something for Jay with the chocolate, but the problem is those green colored ones taste so awful, probably from the food coloring, and these taste good. So I'm thinking I'll use the green ones as kind of more of an accent and use the chocolate ones to put together. I saw this really cool thing where you can put pretzels together and make them look like a clover. I learned it on the Smoky Steve and Mark channel, or SSAM, Smoky Steve and Mark, and they do all kinds of cool stuff on their channel. They do hauls, they do arts and crafts, they do cooking stuff, they do at all. So I got to give them the credit for that recipe. So I'm gonna play around with that, and that's why I bought these little chocolates. And these guys are about $4. They're like $3.90 something. So $4. I mean, not the worst really. And this was $1.92. I got a container of whipped cheese cream frosting. I like the whipped because it's a lot easier to work with, especially at room temperature, which it can stay room temperature as long as it's sealed. And then I'm going to add a little green food coloring to this and have some green frosting. So that should be fun to, you know, I got some funfetti cake mix around here somewhere. So I thought some little cakes with some green frosting would be a fun thing to have for St. Patrick's Day. We'll see how domestic, how Betty Crocker I'm feeling later this week. And then, of course, for the kitty, of course, for Diesel, got some dry cat food. This is Purina Naturals cat chow, you know, just your basic dry kibble for him to munch on. And I always keep a little bit of kibble in a dish for him that he is free to eat throughout the day at, you know, his leisure. And then he gets the, you know, a dry food every day as well. Or excuse me, a wet food. Did I say dry? He gets a wet food every day too. I try to give him the wet food when I'm making food or otherwise eating, so he can be eating himself because he is a pestaroonie toonie. I have just a little 6-pack of ginger ales, and these are to go downtown to the office fridge. My husband and his assistant, they hand out like water, you know, sodas for the clients and stuff while they're waiting to see them. And so I noticed they were running low on ginger ale, so I'm going to run that down there. I have a few things I need to get down there, and I am on the fence if I want to go down today and deliver this stuff or wait till tomorrow. But anyways, got that, so I'll set that by the door so I remember to take that where it needs to go. And then just go to, you know, since mac and cheese is one of Jay's absolute favorite fallback foods, and I like it too. I always stay well stocked on it. Mac and cheese is just one of those things that, like, you know, when I know for me, I do have some challenges eating at times, and if I absolutely have to get something in my stomach, mac and cheese is kind of a good go-to. You know, just getting a few bites that pasta sits in your stomach, and you know carbs are, they stick with you there for a while. So and then he'll eat the rest of the mac and cheese. So he's been liking these box ones lately, and I've been liking them too. They're convenient in that you don't have to have milk around. And then, of course, the fancy stuffed pastas that stay in the fridge. This is the Italian sausage one, and that's purely for him. I do not like the sausage flavor, really anything. But he does, so that's okay. I buy it to make for him, and I also got, you know, $25 worth of fruit for myself, and he doesn't like that either. So that's the beauty of it. We get what we want. I got some gummy bears. I do enjoy gummy bears, and it's for 13 of them, it's 100 calories, so it's really not too bad. So yes, I do count them out. I count out my little 13 bears, and I find it's a nice little treat in the evenings. Also, you know, just to snack on them, I'll put out my little 13 on the counter, and I can just snack on them throughout the evening as I'm doing this or that. So yes, I do enjoy my little gummy bears. I love the green ones the best. The green ones are the strawberry flavored ones of the gummy bears. I wish that you could get one that's just purely just the one flavor, just all green, but oh well. I'm sure you can somewhere, but not gonna look for it. And then I also, another thing of cotton candy. I am a creature of habit. I think this is a Easter, well, obviously there's a bunny on it, so it is an Easter item, so I figured, why not? I had been enjoying the last couple I had, so I thought I'll get one more of those. So this is just a little vat of pure sugar. Here as I'm bragging about eating healthy and this and that, and I'm like, look at my gummy bears, look at my cotton candy. Look at my Reese's peanut butter eggs. Look at my Reese's peanut butter cups. But no, really, these I bought to play around with a little bit for the project that I'm going to work on this week, you know, with the cakes or the cupcakes, because you can put the little eggs as an embellishment. And if I don't get around to it, no problem, because this is Jay's favorite candy, is the peanut butter cups. They are his favorite. So I can just go throw it in the cupboard at in the kitchen downtown, and he can help himself like that. And then I really had fun trying out that Reese's bread the other day with the Bisquick. But like anything, the first try, you know, leaves me feeling like, well, maybe I could try this, that, or the other to make it better. So I did pick up another 12-pack of Reese's peanut butter cups in case I did get the itch to try doing it again, because I still have plenty of Bisquick left. Even though I did, again, buy the small box, I still have some left, so I'd like to use it. And it's not going to go to waste. You know, you'll eat them either way. But yes, if I did get the itch, I've got them to make them. And then this is, of course, for Jay, the 5-hour Eternal Energy. Usually I get one of each. They didn't have the grape ones in stock, at least for the Eternal Energy. They have the 5-hour Energy, but they're like 3 times as expensive. These are a little under $5 for a 6-pack. It's $4.92 for the 6-pack, but the 5-hour Energy, they're like $12 for a 6-pack. It's nuts. So I just got the one for now, and that'll be enough for because there's still a few left, but this is one of those things where he doesn't like to run out. There's certain things that turn into an adventure if he runs out of. So I try to always make sure that there's a 5-hour Energy sealed and stocked away in case they do run out. I always have the backup ones to put out for them. And then, of course, a 1/2 gallon of milk to have on hand. I did get yes, here it is. I know that I did get this the last 2 times I went shopping. The first time I got it on a lark because it looked, I'd never had it and I liked it, so I got it again. So now I'm getting it for a 3rd time today. The chocolate chip explosion cake. And what makes it so special, in my opinion, is that this is the cookie dough, at least cookie dough flavored filling here. And it tastes exactly like cookie dough. It's delicious. But I also think that this will be my last one. Anybody else out there like that, where you'll find something that really hits the spot and it's like, and then I'm gonna get this again, and you'll get it like 3, 4, maybe even up to 5 times in a row, and then get sick of it, and then maybe not have it again for months, even maybe a year or more. I know for me it's like that, and but it's so yeah. I wanted one more, I think, and it takes days to eat this thing because it is so rich, but still a tasty treat, and hence the milk. Oh man, nothing like, you know, like a 1/3 of this. Like I said, I can get about 3 servings out of this. A 1/3 of this with a big glass of cold milk. Oh, so delicious. Can you tell I am getting hungry? Which is odd because I made a point to eat something before I went shopping, before I left this morning to go shopping. And yeah, I am just feeling hungry after picking up all that food. You know, I didn't have any fruit yesterday. I'd run out of fruit day before yesterday, and again, I wanted to see, because it said that there was going to be produce in the Ruby's box, but it was just the broccoli. So I didn't have any fruit yesterday, and I really missed it. So I'm excited to make a big plate of fruit. And then I got this nice little like baby, or baby light blue tank top to have on hand, $3. You know, again, I'm a fan of these tank tops. They're just so comfy to wear wherever, whenever. So grabbed me another one of those. Because I find, you know, again, it's Walmart. You get what you pay for. They're $3. But the straps, they'll stretch out after a while. They just do. I mean, that's just the nature of them. And it's not the kind where they're adjustable, because it's $3. So once these straps get a little stretched out, the tank top it gets to be almost like a dress on me because it gets so long from the stretched out straps. So they have to get retired, usually on, depending on how much I wear it, but yeah, usually at least on a yearly basis. Some half and half, very important item for Diesel. Diesel is sitting on his post, as a matter of fact, where he always does, unloading the groceries. He's waiting to get fed. Even though I did feed him this morning some wet food while I was having my own breakfast, but he knows when all the bags come in that there's treats for the kitty. So I will be getting him his half and half ready after everything is unloaded. Oh, and then some sour cream Pringles, and these are for Jay's snack stash. He does like his Pringles for a snackaroo, and I saw that he had spent like $3 for an itty bitty, canister at the gas station. The gas stations have the teeny tiny ones, and they're so expensive. So it's like, shoot, this one was only $2. I might as well, have it on hand. But again, I try to balance these things too, because I know Pringles aren't great for you, but I would rather get a 5.5 ounce container for $2 that maybe he can eat in 2 separate sittings, rather than spending double for just 1 serving from the gas station. But again, I get it as convenience. He is on the road a lot, so I totally understand, you stop at the gas station, you're gonna get what looks good. So, but all we can do is try. Moving right along. Again, I just did not expect to get this much stuff. But I always say that every single time I go to Walmart. I say that, I was planning on getting a fraction of this amount. But some more of the Cantina tortilla chips. Speaking of getting sick of items, I think my chips and salsa streak is starting to come close to a close as well. I did pick up one more. Oh, here it is. I picked up one more of the fresh salsas from the deli. So that is quite a bucket. And I still had a few chips left from my last bag. So I got the chips and salsa for one of my snacks. And, salsa is next to no calories. And I do make a point to go to the deli to get their salsa because it has to stay chilled. You can get, of course, the shelf, the chi-chis and all that shelf-stable salsas, but that's not what I'm looking for because the shelf-stable, again, you get the convenience, but all that other crap is added in, whereas I really do like that about this. And I'm somebody who does like to go camping, so I understand the, importance of having that convenience option, but, I can handle keeping it in the refrigerator, and at 10 calories per serving, 23 servings, it just, blows my mind. Only 230 calories for this whole thing, and there's not a single... Well, no, allow me to take that back. I did misspeak. There is a little bit. Here's the ingredients here. So it is mostly, here we go. It is mostly just the tomato and all natural stuff. But of course, it's got that 2% or more, or 2% or less of the crap. But any little bit helps. So I'll dig in. I ran out of salsa about 2 days ago, so, oh geez, everything is sounding good. I think I'm going to be having some cake, some strawberries, some chips and salsa, some kombucha. I ran out of that a couple days ago, so I got a nice stash of that. And I think I've rambled about kombucha here before, but, it's probiotic, and I wish I could say whether I felt like it truly made a difference or not, because I am somebody who does have some gut issues, so that the idea of drinking a probiotic does sound attractive to me, but whether it's led to improvement, I don't know. I mean, I don't drink it as religiously as I could or should either. I feel like I've been starting to drink it more than what I have used to have in the past. So we'll see. But I got 4 of them this time, and I think all flavors that I have tried before. All different brands, all different prices, of course, here. Again, you know, like I've said before, what's a bummer with the kombucha is that it's you only really want to open the one at a time for the fizz. So doing a taste test is kind of out of the question with these unless you have some help drinking all these kombuchas, because they are expensive. I mean, there was one, this one here was actually on rollback for $2.48, but then this one goes up to over $4. So, I mean, again, you get what you pay for, but I like getting the little variety of the different brands and the different flavors. So you gotta mix it up and make it a little bit fun, right? And speaking of beverages, I got my beloved Gatorades that I so enjoy. How is this any different than using the, you know, these things here, these flavor drops, right? I know that these were all the craze a couple years ago with the flavor drops, and I've used the flavor drops, they're okay. But I don't know, what would be the difference if I drink 1 Gatorade a day, but then water the whole rest of the day, or if I drink water all day with the Gatorade all day? The net effect is that I'm still consuming the same in the end, right? So I don't know. You know, they say, oh, you should just drink straight water, don't add anything, otherwise you're negating the effects, the good, you know, lubricating effects of, you know, lubricating those insides and stuff. But oh well, all we can do is just keep on trying, right? Keep drinking that water. But I just drink it out of my cupper bottles. I don't have a fancy Stanley cup, so maybe that's the problem. I don't have the right cup to drink my water out of. But at any rate, at least I will be getting somewhat hydrated with my Gatorade water. And then, of course, the required Gatorade Zero Lemon Limes. Those are Jay's favorite. And then I do have 2 like this, and these are $7.88. Not cheap for these buggers. I mean, so much packaging, but I know that I've talked before about the fact that he likes the zero, and so making it from the mix really, you know, I tried it, been there, done that. I know it would have saved on some plastic, but you know, if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. And he's just gonna go buy what he likes from the gas station anyway, so. I'd rather stock up from Walmart where it's cheaper. So I left the other one in my car, so I can run that downtown. This one I shall stock the fridge here with when I get around to it. And then I have a whole bag, I know, except for my cake that I had mentioned earlier. Can get him reunited with the cream cheese frosting. So put that together, and then I got the my beloved Cheetos cheesy jalapeno mac and cheese. I don't think Jay really likes this one so much. He tolerates it. I really like this one a lot, so I mostly buy this one for me. But by golly, if I'm making mac and cheese, like I always say, I'm just gonna make enough for both of us. So I can eat a half a box of this stuff, but then I'm still inevitably left with the other half of the box. And that's not anywhere near enough for him. So if I make, you know, a box and a half is perfect for him, and then a half a box for me. So whether he likes it or not, he's still gonna be eating the jalapeno Cheeto mac and cheese as long as I'm around, because I like it. But I also got the well, I like this one too, the cheese Havarti mac and cheese, you know, kind of like the good value equivalent of the Velveeta, where you don't need the butter and the Yeah, these cost twice as much a piece as the other ones, but you need the milk and the butter. But I generally always have milk and butter on hand, so it's really not that big of a deal for me. But some people don't. Some people don't keep those two items on, and that's okay, you know, depending on your lifestyle and what you got going on. You know, that's why I do feel for especially single people, depending on how busy their lifestyle is, because that keeping fresh anything on hand, from produce to dairy to poultry, it's challenging. It's hard if you're not eating at home at least 5 nights or at least 5 times a week. You know, that's where you start losing a lot of food to just spoilage and waste. So I try really hard to prevent that. And overall, we do pretty well with that. I do make efforts to meal plan. I regularly will survey, okay, what do I have in my fridge? What do I have available? What can I make? You know, I know most people do that. That's natural. And then what little items do I need to plug in the holes, you know? We just keep her going, right? Just that's what everybody does. But 2 of these. And then Hamburger Helper, always like to have that, one of those on hand. Tomato, basil, penne. That's a flavor that we both really, really like. So, just a good thing to have handy when needed. Only need to just thaw a pound of ground beef, and you can thaw a pound of ground beef fairly quickly. I mean, ideally you want to do it naturally, but you know, you can always thaw it out, putting it in hot water too. But it thaws up fairly quickly in temperature. And then my some of my fruit goodies, and yes, you saw right. I did it. I bought the pineapple. I don't know when I'm going to cut it or with what knife I'm going to cut it with, but I will figure it out. Today, this was $1.96. $1.96 for this beautiful pineapple. Or it was $5.96 for the little tray of pre-cut pineapple chunks, which is certainly no more pineapple meat than what I would get doing a half-ass job cutting this one up. So, I mean, I couldn't do it. You know, and these are still, you know, a little more expensive themselves. Okay, fine, I can justify it. But today, at only $1.96 for this, and then, you know, almost $6, $5.97 for just the small container, I'm like, nah, under $2, I gotta give it a whirl. So I'm gonna try my pineapple. Hopefully SpongeBob doesn't come for me. I got a grapefruit. I haven't had a grapefruit in a while, and I saw they had those on offer, so I grabbed one of those to enjoy later this week. And then I got and let's see, the grapefruit, $1.18. So this was $1.18 for the grapefruit. Not bad. And I like to peel, when I have grapefruit, I like to peel them like an orange. I just eat them like an orange, really. And I know some grapefruit are more tart than others. So, depending on how tart it is, I mean, if it's unbearably tart, just one little packet of sugar like this, and I'll just, you know, still peel it like an orange, but just use a little sugar over it, and it's perfect. But sometimes, you know, even grapefruit, I mean, you know, a grapefruit is not a sweet fruit. Don't dig into a grapefruit expecting it to be sweet, because it's not. You know, it's going to be tart. But some are less tart than others and can just be eaten straight. So we shall see how this one is. And then I got 2 apples, just 2 apples, because I know they're kind of expensive. $1.79 for just these 2 apples. But look at how beautiful and red they are. They were just calling my name. They're Honey Crisp, and you know, they are hard apples. Even though they're so bright and red, they look like they ought to be nice and soft, like the Cortlands. Oh, I'm already looking forward to Cortlands this fall. I'll be so excited when those are ready again, but that was a long time before that time comes. But in the meantime, just a couple of Honey Crisps, but again, they're just so pretty, I couldn't resist. And then I got some plums. Here, I got a couple